Our planet is filled with extraordinary landscapes, places so unusual and breathtaking that they almost seem impossible. From glowing caves deep underground to mountains that rise like giant pillars into the clouds, Earth has locations that look more like scenes from science fiction than real places you can visit. Many of these landscapes were shaped by natural forces over millions of years. Wind, water, volcanic activity, mineral deposits, and slow geological processes have created environments that challenge our imagination. Some of these places are so unique that scientists continue studying them to understand how they formed. Others are protected as natural wonders because their ecosystems exist nowhere else on Earth. In today's video, we'll explore 10 real places on Earth that look so unusual they almost feel unreal. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, China. In China's Hunan province lies one of the most unusual mountain landscapes on the planet, Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. Instead of traditional mountain peaks, this region is famous for its thousands of tall sandstone pillars rising dramatically from the forest below. Some of these rock columns reach heights of more than 200 meters. The pillars formed over millions of years through a process called erosion, where water, wind, and temperature changes slowly wore away the surrounding rock, leaving behind the tall, narrow formations we see today. The region is often covered in fog, which adds to the dramatic appearance of the landscape. When mist surrounds the pillars, they appear to float above the forest. This unique scenery helped inspire the floating mountains seen in the film Avatar, although the movie's versions were digitally enhanced. Zhangjiajie is now a protected national park and part of a UNESCO World Heritage Area known as the Uyuni Scenic Area. Visitors can explore the park through hiking trails, glass bridges, cable cars, and observation platforms that offer incredible views of the stone pillars rising from the forest. Lake Hillier, Australia. On Middle Island, off the southern coast of Western Australia, lies a lake that surprises almost everyone who sees it. Lake Hillier is famous for its bright pink color. Unlike many other colored lakes around the world, Lake Hillier maintains its pink color throughout the year, even when water samples are taken from it. Scientists believe the color comes from microorganisms living in the lake, including algae and bacteria that produce pigments known as carotenoids. These pigments can create shades of red, orange, or pink in water bodies that contain high levels of salt. Lake Hillier is about 600 meters long, surrounded by white salt deposits and a dense forest of eucalyptus trees. From the air, the contrast between the pink water, the dark green forest, and the deep blue ocean nearby creates an incredible natural color combination. Although the lake is visually striking, its ecosystem remains fragile, and most visitors experience it through aerial tours rather than direct access. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra Island, located in the Arabian Sea, is often described as one of the most unusual ecosystems on Earth. The island has been geographically isolated for millions of years, allowing many plant and animal species to evolve independently. As a result, more than 1/3 of the plant species found on Socotra exist nowhere else on Earth. The most famous plant on the island is the dragonblood tree. This tree has a distinctive umbrella-like shape, with dense branches forming a canopy that helps reduce water loss in the hot, dry climate. The tree gets its name from the red resin it produces, historically used as dye, medicine, and varnish. Socotra's unique biodiversity has led to its designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Because of its unusual vegetation and dramatic landscapes, many people describe the island as looking almost alien. However, the ecosystem faces challenges from climate change and human activity, making conservation efforts increasingly important. Antelope Canyon, United States. In northern Arizona lies one of the most photographed natural formations in the United States, Antelope Canyon. This canyon is a type of geological formation known as a slot canyon, created when water slowly erodes narrow cracks in rock over long periods of time. Flash floods play a major role in shaping the canyon. During heavy rainstorms, water flows through the narrow passages with powerful force, gradually carving smooth curves into the sandstone walls. The result is a canyon with flowing, wave-like patterns that seem almost sculpted by hand. One of the most famous features of Antelope Canyon occurs when sunlight enters the narrow openings above. At certain times of day, Beams of light shine down into the canyon, illuminating the sandstone walls and creating a glowing effect. Because of its popularity and fragile environment, access to Antelope Canyon is carefully managed through guided tours. Mount Roraima, Venezuela/Brazil/Guyana. Mount Roraima is one of the most famous tepuy mountains in South America. Tepuys are flat-topped mountains found primarily in the Guyana highlands. Mount Roraima rises about 2,800 meters above sea level, with nearly vertical cliffs that can reach around 400 meters in height. The mountain sits at the border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Its flat summit creates an isolated environment where plants and animals have evolved separately from the surrounding rainforest. Scientists have discovered several species that exist only on the plateau. The landscape on top of Mount Roraima is filled with unusual rock formations, shallow pools, and unique vegetation adapted to harsh conditions. The mountain has inspired explorers and writers for generations. One of the most famous works influenced by this region is the novel The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle. Today, Mount Roraima is a popular destination for adventurous hikers willing to complete a multi-day trek to reach the summit. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale, located in southwestern Turkey, is famous for its brilliant white terraces that cascade down a hillside. The terraces are made of a mineral called travertine, a type of limestone formed when mineral-rich thermal water flows over the landscape. As the water cools and evaporates, it leaves behind calcium carbonate deposits that slowly build up over time. This process has created a series of natural pools and terraces that resemble frozen waterfalls or snow-covered steps. The name Pamukkale actually means cotton castle in Turkish, referring to the soft white appearance of the formations. The site has been used for thousands of years because of its thermal waters, which were valued by ancient civilizations. Nearby are the ruins of the ancient city Hierapolis, which once served as a Roman spa city. Today, Pamukkale is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and visitors can walk along designated paths to preserve the delicate mineral formations. Rainbow Mountain, Peru. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru lies one of the most colorful landscapes in the world. Rainbow Mountain, also known as Vinicunca, is famous for its natural stripes of red, yellow, green, and brown. These colors were formed by layers of minerals deposited over millions of years. For example, iron oxide creates reddish tones. Sulfur contributes yellow colors. Copper compounds can produce green shades. For many years, the mountain remained hidden beneath snow and ice. As the climate changed and glaciers retreated, the colorful layers became visible, turning the area into a popular hiking destination. Today, thousands of visitors hike to the mountain each year to witness its extraordinary natural colors. Our planet continues to surprise us with landscapes that look almost impossible. These places remind us how powerful natural forces can be, shaping mountains, caves, lakes, and deserts over millions of years. And despite all the technology and exploration we have today, Earth still holds countless wonders waiting to be discovered. Which of these places would you most like to visit one day? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy discovering incredible places around the world, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more amazing destinations.